Thanks to Piercy and the boys, but stay tuned because if you've got the stamina, there's another 5 hours of footy coming up. Later on, there's the game of the week from Argentina with Banfield versus Independiente, plus highlights of the rest of the weekend's fixtures from the Torneo Apertura. But right now, we kick off with the Dutch Eridivisie and one of the biggest games in European club football. PSV take on Feyenoord at the Philips Stadium in Eindhoven. Your commentator, Tim Capel.
Hello and welcome to the Philips Stadium from me, Tim Cable, at the end of a miserable week in European competition, at least for Holland's Premier sides. Ajax got lucky, PSV and Feyenoord didn't, and what makes it even worse, Feyenoord won't be defending the UEFA Cup they won last year, and PSV won't be competing either, which, considering they held on to most of their key players in their squad and recruited a somewhat sought-after coach in Hiddink, who was the man that last took them to that European title back in 87-88, is a major disappointment. As for those teams then tonight, as Feyenoord get us underway in the green shirts, Hiddink heads off to Korea after this game. He's given a start to Jan Venneker today, who partners Kezman up front. Elsewhere, it's the same team that beat Heerenveen last week. And as for Feyenoord, well, Van Marwijk's without Zutebier in goal. A persistent knee injury has kept him out. Ludovics, the former PSV keeper who was let go in the summer, is here. And Kalou and Pardo found themselves on the bench. Lurling takes over on the left. Bambada, who retains his position up front as Pierre van Hooijdonk. Now Kezman is offside. What a great start that would have been, and it looked really as if he was being played on by Song. There you can see Song's position as the ball was played there. You can see from the different shades in colour of the grass. This one, though, is onside. Kezman is making his way into the penalty area now. Out comes Ludovics, and Kezman is there. The whistle, though, has gone. And Ludovics looks in some distress there. Oh, what a start for PSV this would have been. Ludovics really did look as if he just flapped at the ball there rather than anything else. The challenge seemed to be fair. It was Venneker of Hesselink who went up, and he's not very happy who's sitting. Ludovics is in a certain degree of pain. Look at this. Out he comes. Venneker jumps up for it. It was a completely mistimed jump from the goalkeeper. And Mathieu Kezman hooked in, or so it seemed, goal number 14 of the season for him. Well, we haven't even got out of giving the team changes, and already two great chances denied by what has to be said as being poor refereeing. Here it is again. And it was just completely mistimed by Ludovics. Well, they'd be in serious danger if they had to take Ludovics off of losing the game before it's even started, because they too, rather like Ajax, have had severe goalkeeping problems. All concentrations then for both of these sides on the league, which could now turn out to be one of the closest contested in recent years. Van Bommel standing over the free kick. It's very deep and easy in the end this time for Ludovics. Andre Uya. Song once again persisting Van Marwijk in playing him in that position, almost as the, well, he is, not almost, he is the right back at the moment for Feyenoord. Bergerland. Buffel and Bombarda are the two forwards today for Feyenoord. As we said, Van Hooijdonk is still unfit, but he should be back in time for the end of the season. Kezman. Arnold Brugging has been the unlucky one, although once again a few of his vocal outbursts have led to his being dropped to the bench. He's off to Korea, as I said, with Song after this game. Plenty of key internationals being played this week. European Championships and friendly games as well in the 7 days to come. Japan perhaps have one of the more upmarket games against Argentina. Korea against Brazil on the same night, although it's likely that both of those sides are going to be without virtually the entire squad that played in the World Cup finals, due to the fact there are some key games around Europe in the next 7 days, most notably the Milan derby, and Real Madrid, of course, facing Barcelona at the Nou Camp. Bosveld just pulling out of the challenge. Kezman with the turn. Timink is the referee today. Tends not to be the quickest referee in terms of getting up with the pace of things. That should be out of play long before Robben can get on the end of it. Kezman just marshalling the ball out. Really was such a nightmare European campaign that could have ended up with all three of the Dutch sides out of the UEFA Champions League. Now that's taken an awkward bounce, and Ludovics again didn't really take charge of the situation. Had it not, of course, been for that rather incredible miss of Sonny Anderson, which would have taken Lyon into the second stage of the Champions League, along with Inter. Ajax would have been in the UEFA Cup. Bergerland and Anthony Lurling. Strangely low-key atmosphere for what is normally a big game here. Feyenoord have got a good record in this stadium as well. Now, three waiting in the centre. Venneker, Van Bommel and Venneker. Song with the clearance. This is Ono. Lurling. Ono. Poor first touch from Ono. Romadal putting himself about. Mariano Bombarda got them back into the game. Feyenoord against Newcastle United, of Argentinian descent. They've been in Holland for plenty of seasons now. Ono was trying to get set up on the edge of the penalty area. Lurling there to assist him as well. That's a poor ball as well. Van Waal's biggest problem this season has been the fact that he's simply not got enough defensive cover. And once again, Kezman breaks. Oh, he was a midfield player under a season ago, and a pretty effective one as well too. Faber making his way into the penalty area. Uya is forward as well. Both have scored key goals during their time from set plays and will need to be marked closely. Bombarda's back to follow Uya. Bosveld is there as well. Romadal takes the corner. Decides to go deep. It's above Song. Needed too many touches to control the ball. Vogel beginning it, and what is the referee given? Now elbow. It's going to be a free kick to PSV. Robben almost managing to squirm his way past Song. Ludovics, who incidentally lives next door to Mark Van Bommel in Eindhoven. Van Bommel, of course, his father-in-law, the opposition coach. Now, it's going to be a corner kick. Wilfred Boomer called up to the Dutch squad for the match against Germany. Some friendly that is as well. He played at the Schalke Stadium in the week. This is Romedal's delivery. Faber and Uya both began runs in there. It's not gone out of play just yet. It has now. Oh, it's a corner kick. And he's beginning to rediscover some form, Van Bommel. He lost it. It was pretty conspicuous of the fact in the opening 6 weeks of this season, his game was not as it was at the end of last season. There's Bergeland. Venneker. There is Van Bommel's strike. As if to underline the fact, in the right position at the right time again, Mark Van Bommel. One in the air, and then the layoff was actually by Andre Uya after the initial win in the air from Venneker. Three good chances for PSV to take the lead inside this opening 13 minutes. You can hear the screams from Van Marwijk on the bench. All of a sudden, life is not quite as relaxed and easy as it had been. Rightly taking the plaudits for their performances in the UEFA Cup last season in winning that European competition. But now, time's somewhat different for the ever more beleaguered looking coach. Brett Emerton is adjudged to have pushed. Boomer's not too often beaten for pace. And a little clip of the heels, as you can see on the replay. Bosvelt has been quiet in these opening minutes, but again he's covering ground, patrolling that midfield as he does and as he has done for many seasons in the Feyenoord colours. Kezman enjoying a really productive season so far. Longs, as he said on numerous occasions, to play in some of the major leagues around Europe. Razar. Buffel is drifting into space. This is Buffel. Who's there? Buffel. That's good play by Buffel. He's still going. Buffel's still there. And in the end, he feels that he was fouled. And Faber, lucky to get away with it. It was. Let's have a look again. Well, there was a clear shirt pulling there from Faber. They get the corner kick. As Ono right through the gap. And in the end it was Mark Van Bommel whose foot diverted the ball behind for another corner. Good play by Buffel. Watch him just stand astride the ball here. Goes through his legs. Almost deceived Vaterus. Terrible corner. Really had the same impact this season as he had last season. He's had some impact this season. Thomas Buffel, just 18 years of age. Van Bommel with the outside of his right foot again. I really think there was a cause to complain there from Razak. That's a great chance. He got some real power behind that then, Vennegoor, and anywhere to either the left or the right of Ludovics, and that would have been the opening goal. Bouncing very awkwardly, needs to be watched. Not too many defenders there really either. Azar, and this could be a problem. Oh, Vennegoor was just a foot away then. Well, it just gives you an indication, that move, of how badly they're suffering defensively this season at times, Feyenoord. Should be a goal kick, and is. Well, he may be slight of build, which he is, Kezman, but he does put himself around. Oh, wasn't a good challenge. You could see what was coming. And Power, no real right to complain, and he was lucky he didn't end up with a yellow card for that. Timming, for once, was within easy reach of making a decision. They're having no joy at the moment in the middle of the field, Feyenoord. Now Buffel, Bombarda through the middle. Bosveld is there as well. Slip before it finds any. And then the quick counter-attack. And Lazar back to Ludovics. Precious little to trouble them defensively so far. Well, Robben perhaps should have been somewhere in the vicinity. Three out of the 46 times these two have met in this stadium, PSV have won, but 16 times Feyenoord have won. Robben beaten by the bounce and by Azar. This is Bosveld. Emerton seen very little of the ball. This is Song. Still going, Song. Good play by Song. Still there. Song might try one on his own. And in the end, stuck behind for a corner. No, it's a throw-in. Andre Uya. He looks so much more of a different player going forward than he does defending. He can cause all sorts of problems. A game that Emerton simply cannot play. Lurling. Van Wanderen. Harmlessly behind. Azar sticking close. Bergerland. Once again, down goes the captain. All sorts of clubs being linked with all sorts of players in Holland in the Sunday papers. In England, that is. Kevin Bobson, you may have seen in the papers this morning, interesting a number of clubs, as is Sabafer, the Hungarian right-sided midfield or defender, who has played well this season. And of course there's the usual stories surrounding the futures of Brett Emerton and Mark van Bommel. It's hard to imagine that Emerton has impressed too many people this season. Berglund. It's better defending that from Feyenoord. Now, great chance here. Van Bommel with a great volley. Once again, he was allowed plenty of time for the ball to drop. Wasn't really difficult to find the target. Well, that's the fourth real opportunity they've had. But a good save from Ludovics, but it was made easy for him. Jan Vennegoor scored goals wherever he's been. It's his debut with FC Twente back in 1996. Now, it's pretty obvious what was being said there. He of course has to go off the field and then come back on at the designated time. Faber is in there. This is Song. Under no pressure really at all there, Song. It's amazing. Song, the right back, was playing on the left side that time. Power back on, sneaking back on from behind the goal. This is Ramadan. Faber's in there, great save. Once again from Ludovics. Buffel was on the line as well. They do pose a threat from set plays. There's Berglund. That's a lovely little reverse pass. Now Kezman is there. Another corner. Not a defender in sight. Buffel there on the line. Ludovics with the save. Buffel probably would have got it if it had gone behind him. Van Bommel giving it away. This is Song. Emerton. Bosveld. Oh no. Raza. Neat build-up. Song with the initial pass. Song again. Buffel on the edge of the area. Song's there with a volley, and it's gone in. Looks like it may have taken a deflection along the way, but the first positive movement from back to front yields a goal. First time there was any serious looking intent from the team as they move forward there. A good link-up play. Neat play that from Feyenoord. The finish wasn't the best. Bombarda picking out Ono again. There's Buffel with the return ball. And the volley, well, if it did take a deflection, it was only very slight. This will give a better angle. And it didn't take any deflection at all. Oya just watches it roll in. Here it comes. It's somewhat undeserved, you've had to say. 1-0, Shinji Ono. 5th goal of the season. Just before the half hour. In a match that has been rather largely controlled by the home side. Bergeland. Van Bommel looking to be involved in almost everything the home side are doing. Oh no. Kevin Hoffland, who's out injured incidentally, will be fit for the Germany game on Wednesday. This is Bergeland's ball. Trying to loop it over the top and find. And all he did find was Song rather than Achim Robben. Robben. Still going on his own. There's nothing much on. He might have to go all the way on his own. There is so much young rising talent in this country. Achim Robben is one of them. We saw Hare and Vane run them close last week. It wasn't really until the sending off that was managed to be the breakthrough. 63 minutes before Kezman scored the goal from back on level terms. Conceded that stunning 35-minute strike. Now this is Buffel. Buffel on his own, slipping it through to Emerton. Not enough pace about Emerton. That just sums up Vaterus's half so far. 6 goals so far this season for Thomas Buffel, who's had to come in and assume the mantle of goal scorer as Van Hooijdonk is injured. To say a lot as expected is something of an understatement. Free kick goes Feyenoord's way, or no, it goes PSV's way. It's not too often they go behind at home in this stadium either. Now, can they manage to serve up from here? Van Bommel with the free kick. And it's going to be a free kick to Feyenoord. Kees van Bonderen fouled. Last time PSV Eindhoven were actually defeated in a league game back on the 5th of February against RKC. And they lost by 2 goals to 1. They've not lost here since the 29th of September 2001 when they played Vitesse and lost by 2 goals to 0. That's Bombarda. This is Hazard. Really a wasted opportunity there. Signiono. Bergeland and Vaterus trying to get each other into trouble. Well, that for all the world looks as if it was a Feyenoord ball. Bergeland with a throw. Noble's had a quiet game so far as well. Now, Kezman and Venneker, the only two forward. This is Kezman. Van Vonderen sticking close to him. Kezman's still there, taken off of him by Lurling. Oh dear. And the refereeing has been really poor at times. Timming, not one of the great referees, it has to be said. He struggles to keep up with the game. He just physically doesn't look anywhere near capable enough to be refereeing a game at this level. Uya making his way in there. Faber is there as well. Venneker moving toward the penalty spot there. Nothing doing this time for Andre Uya. Another player whose nickname is Mr. Bean for obvious reasons. Now there's the head up from Uya. Often Bambardi used to get mistaken for Shota Arveladze. He was off field and out. This is Song. Everton goes on the overlap. Song, oh, it's a good ball. Buffon! And down at his near post goes Vaterus. They can strike quickly when they need to. Song again. Just in this pointless position of having Everton playing where he's playing, he's having zero effect on the game. Song has bypassed him now on 2 occasions, getting forward. It's straight at Bosveld. Should be defended easily enough, and it is by Buma. Lovely little sidestep that time by Robben, who's really building in confidence as he's playing more games. Penalised again. Vaterus and Arjen Robben joined the squad for the Dutch squad, that is, for training ahead of this very prestige international midweek. Oh, that's great play from Song. Finds Bosveld over the halfway line again, though it's swept back by Uya. Thought about the 30-metre strike and then decided instead to win a corner. Hiddink and Arneson incidentally expected to come back with deals almost done for a couple of new players arriving from Korea into Holland. Park Si-young, one of them. Van Bommel just couldn't bring it under control at the vital moment. Uya's ball. Free kick is being given. Venneker. Berglund with the throw. Nothing moving centrally for PSV. Kezman has to lay it out to Romedal, then go for the return. Still there, did well to keep hold of possession at all there. This is Robben. Robben and Song. Song, though, takes it away from him. Well, that was Uya's challenge. Something again. Not the greatest of decisions, really. After a strong start for Feyenoord, they're struggling at the moment to put any pressure on Ludovic's goal whatsoever. This is Bergeland. And Kezman. Lurling back to face him, Bergeland. And just pumping it toward Venneker. Did well, finds Kezman. Kezman. Well, they have ended up in the roof of the net before now. Different type of partnership, really, than the one that exists between Kezman and Arnold Brugging. Brugging tends to play a little deeper, and Kezman has a lot more work to do, really. Doesn't tend to get served up chances like he does with Venneker quite so often. Incidentally, if you're wondering where Robin van Persie's gone after he rather exploded onto the screens with some cracking displays last season. You may remember a couple of games around Christmas of last year when he was involved in the UEFA Cup as well. And he's fallen somewhat out of favour with Van Marwijk, who isn't quite convinced he's doing enough work to warrant putting on the shirt, which is a real shame because he's such a great talent to watch. But he's fallen well behind Lurling, even Sebastian Pardo. The playing stakes, not even involved in the squad today. Now it's onside, and this is definitely onside, and this is Buffel, and this is 2-0. Well, 3 minutes before half-time. Feyenoord go 2 up, and they're looking to the referee. They're claiming an offside. Oh yeah, in particular when the ball was played, but there didn't really seem to be anything. Here it comes. It was in his own half when that ball was played out, still in his own half. Absolutely no offside whatsoever. And Thomas Buffel is now level with Pierre van Hooijdonk on 7 goals this season. This is going to have to be some comeback by PSV if they're going to win this game. They've just not really deserved it, to be perfectly honest, Feyenoord. This is probably what Van Marwijk can do with a little more, a few more average performances, but they've got points in the bag. Extensive bragging rights will be acquired in Rotterdam if they can overturn Eindhoven. PSV have got a tough run in at the end of this campaign. After this match, apart from Roosendaal away next week, it's Willem II home and then 2 away games at Ajax and Utrecht before finishing off against Vitesse. So that gives you an indication of the strength of the opposition. Seven points behind actually. Feyenoord were just 2 weeks ago. If they win this, they could be 4. All of a sudden, nothing is going right for Eindhoven here at all. There's Bosvelt with a little clip with the outside of his boot. Emerton and Faber. You can see quite clearly there that the various objects raining down from the terraces. There's Song. Ooh, that wasn't a very good idea at all. Bombarda ended up with rather a lot of egg on his face there, Faber. And that is the half-time whistle. And listen to the reception. Whistles all around. They really should have been about 3 goals up by the opening 10 minutes, PSV. Instead, they find themselves 2-0 down. Ono with the opener just after the half hour, his 5th of the season. And Thomas Buffel played through by Bombarda on the halfway line to give us a half-time score here in the Philipsstadion. It's PSV 0, Feyenoord 2. 2-0 the scoreline then at half-time, and a major recovery job is needed here by PSV if they're not to succumb to their first home victory since the 29th of September of 2001. This will be a notable scalp, this, for Feyenoord, and a real confidence boost. There's Bonaventure Kalou. Confidence booster, as we said, for Bert van Marwijk, who is just beginning to come under noticeable pressure back in Rotterdam after going out of the Champions League and the UEFA Cup last week. The side, as we said, wants 7 points behind, but they could be within 4 points of the top. Continue the very strong record that Feyenoord have got in this particular fixture. PSV ball. Only one player from Feyenoord has been called up by Dick Advocaat for the national team, and that is Paul Bosvelt. It's a long time since that's been the case. Power didn't make the cut this time. This is Song. Razar didn't get a call up either to the Polish international squad. Now it's another free kick, and this time somewhat late challenge on Arjen Robben. Well, that winter transfer window is drawing ever closer. And one thing is for sure, with no European competition, you imagine there will be some movement in the transfer market for some of these players, especially those that aren't challenging for the top honours domestically, as that goes behind for a corner. Is it? No, it's just stayed in. Throw in. Powers clearing header. Going to have to be careful now they don't push too many forward and get caught by the counter-attack as they did toward the end of the first half with that ball through from Bombardo. They were still complaining bitterly as they went off the field at half-time that it was offside. Bergerland, the look on Gus Hidding's face was that of thunder. Well, you might have heard the call for Kalou. Bonaventure Kalou. This is Kezman, turns Razard, down goes Kezman, free kick right on the edge of the penalty area. Lurling gives it away. Kalou maybe for Bombarda perhaps, or Buffel, although it's surprised if it was Buffel now. That's right into the arms of Ludovics, who incidentally had painkilling injections in half-time. He's severely bruised his ribs apparently. This is Bergerland. Bombarda looks as if he might be struggling, so maybe it is Bombarda that's going to go off for Bonaventure Kalou, fought his way back into the team before losing his place again after Bombarda did so well in the game against Newcastle United. As Robben, Song sticking with him. This is Bosvelt. Bosvelt playing it through. Now great chance here for Buffel again. And out of his goal, although not quickly, was Vaterus. But that would have been the end. They've got so used to seeing this side winning, particularly inside this stadium. Play by Van Bommel again, just trying to drop it over the top of Power and almost succeeding in getting Vogel in. Seemed to hesitate momentarily. There's Bosvelt with the interception, just one look up, good ball by Bosvelt, and didn't really get a good connection on it, did he, Buffel? It is going to be Bombardo who's going off. There he goes. He's got something of a sprained wrist, Bonaventure Kalou. Hasn't lived up to his true potential over the past couple of years. Still an immensely talented player. Oh, that wasn't a great ball, and Razar being shot a look there. Had to dispose of it quickly. Oh yeah, loses out to Kalou. Now Kalou's off. Buffel. There's Song. Song might go for the return here. They were slow to get that ball through to Song. Buffel again. Now they've got Robben or Romadal left and right. And find either of them. Yellow card maybe for Song coming out here. Kezman and Veneker waiting up front. Shouldn't really be any problem there. It's a great strike again from Robben there. Robben. Oh, he's kept it in play. He's still there. Arjen Robben. Did it stay in or go out? It stayed in. Romedal with the volley. Bought the save from Eridivisie. It looked perhaps a little more spectacular than he needed to do. Scored in the 5-0 victory against NEC, Dennis Romedal. Hooked away by Ono. Van Bommel up to the edge of the penalty area, and Veneker's in there. Veneker. And a chance here, Romedal. And PSV finally and deservedly back in the game. Last-ditch effort there from Kees van Vonderen to dive across the goal line. And Gusinning, well, will be confident that his team can now go on and level it. Physical presence of Romedal was enough to unsettle. The physical presence of Veneker, rather, was enough to unsettle. And Romedal with a finish. And, well, mind you, if he'd maybe put his body in the way instead of trying to head it out the way, perhaps they would have saved that. Vaterus. All of a sudden, atmosphere returns to the Philips Stadion. Kezman. Romedal was in a great position. Kezman! Eridivisie isn't even now taking any of the goal kicks, so an indication of the problems that he's having. I'll just try and slow this down, and the substitute goalkeeper warming up, and it's no real surprise. Emerton is forward on the right side of the penalty area as that ball comes across. Faber gets in there, Buffel is there, pushed off the ball. Van Bommel is back to assist. Vogel is there as well. It was scrappy, but it didn't matter. Kezman still there. Kezman, Veneker's in there. Robben's there. Oh, it was a great volley from Arjen Robben. It really was not easy to hit. Awareness from Kezman, very much evident there as he placed that ball across. He knew where Robben was coming. Oh, that was just so close to being one of the goals of the season for Arjen Robben. He was going to allow it to roll out, but then he touched it. Van Marwijk is shouting himself hoarse back there. This is Bergeland. Oh, this is Romedal. He's around, almost got his way around Power. Forward they come. Faber had gone very close inside the first half. Where is there another free header? Well, the whistle had already gone, and Vanica perhaps happy it has, as he went charging through the middle there to the edge of that 6-yard area. Difficult to see what the free kick was really given for there. PSV's club sponsor, incidentally, Philips, has signed up as one of the major sponsors of the World Cup in 4 years' time in Germany. A deal done this week. I think the term is actually called official partner, so that's somewhat different to their status in the last World Cup. Now that's a late challenge, and Kalou and Robben getting in the mix, and Faber is there. Timmick's just standing his ground, waiting for it to all blow over. Now that wasn't exactly conclusive as to what the referee has done there. If he showed it, he turned his back when he showed the yellow card. And, well, Kalou has been yellow carded. Free kick goes Feyenoord's way. Robben penalised. Kezman just checking to see if Song is okay. Got a real chance to close the gap, Feyenoord, if they can get away with 3 points here. Away at RKC next week, Utrecht, Heerenveen, AZ and NAC before the month's Christmas break. Back on the 22nd of the following month. Now, Veneker's waiting in the centre. Kezman's making his way there now. Romedal's ball not good enough, considering the time and space he had. Should have delivered better. Buffel through the centre. Lerling is on the left. Still there, Buffel. Vaterus put under a little pressure. Nice little touch, Kezman with Robben. And in the end, the strike just a little hurried. Well, Timmy has had enough now, and this could be a yellow card for Power. Well, it's the missiles that are coming down from the terraces, which Power is complaining about. Three yellow cards then for Feyenoord. Power, Song and Kalou. There's Van Bommel, really quiet second half from him. Romedal's ball again doesn't have the height on it. He gets the little touch. Van Bommel sweeps it in again. This only finds Robben. Robben trying to turn Song. And Song sticking to him. And that's going to be a free kick, surely. No, PSV ball. Boomer to take. Substitute is off and warming up now. Van Bommel is being told to just quieten it down. Edmonton have just managed to get in front of Boomer for the first time in a long time now. This is Kezman. Kezman and Power. Kezman round is all right on the edge of the area. Nothing given. If it had been a penalty, it would have been Power off. Just stood his ground, Power. Turned into Kezman, but he didn't do enough really to avoid. "24 minutes remaining here at the Philips Stadium." This is Song. Song gives it away. Foot was high there from Bosvelt, and the referee saw it. The free kick's going to have to come back from there. As he said, he's the only member of the Feyenoord side in the Dutch team. It's a long time since that had happened, but of course these days there's a few other nationalities in there now as well. Kalou has been called up by the Ivory Coast. Song for Korea. Edmonton, the Australian, of course. Shinyono, the Japanese international. Although he hasn't been called up, I don't think. And Brazar, the Polish international. Bosvelt finds Song. Could have done with somebody there, PSV, just positioned on the edge of the penalty area. This is Kasper Bergeland. Good win in the air, that from Kees van Bonderen. Romedal is off and running. Romedal, that's a better looking ball from Romedal, but nobody jumped to meet it. Robben penalised. Here's Kalou. Going back to that fixture computer, it's not really been kind of you. Look at Feyenoord's chances of winning the Eridivisie. If they're going to do it, they've got such a tough run in now. That's Bombardo, who doesn't look a picture of happiness and contentment, does he? PSV is the third final game. Willem II away, and then Roda on the final day of the season. So it's going to take a monumental effort from Van Marwijk's side if they're going to lift the Eredivisie title. Ajax have won today by 6-0, incidentally. So there's nothing wrong with their chance, but how lucky did Ajax get in the week against Inter? Controlled lots of possession. The two fantastic goals by Hernan Crespo almost did for them. Theo Lucius and Remco van der Schaaf warming up on the touchline. And Brugging was down there off the bench as well. That's Theo Lucius. Robben. PSV ball. Boomer quickly takes it. And again, Boomer. Romadal, Berglund outside of him. It's a great ball by Romadal. He finds Robben, but Robben handballed it to bring it under control. Here, Lucius coming on. Here it is. Well, they played the handball and it came. Lucius on for Kasper Berglund. There are a few that thought the good times would just literally start to roll the day that Hiddink came back into this stadium. It's not been the case. This is Kalou. Oh no. Asking a little too much of himself now, Ludovics. Well, they know that he's obviously having trouble in that goal. Can't have too much confidence in the backup goalkeeper if Ludovics has been left there to fend for himself when he's clearly not anywhere near 100% fit to play on. And that's going to be a PSV ball. Or is it? Oh no, again having the ball taken away from him. Bosveld, oh no. Just didn't really look where he was playing it there. Giving Emerton an awful lot of chance. The tempo has been allowed to drop once again by PSV, and it's suited Feyenoord really rather than themselves. And they're taking every second of time that they possibly can without incurring the referee's wrath. It's Kalou. Oh no. This is better build-up play. This is Bosvelt. Lurling is wide. Buffel there as well. And Buffel. Hasn't seen too much ball in this second period. We come into the final 15 minutes of this game. Stays like this, Ajax will retake top position in Eridivisie ahead of PSV. Feyenoord up into third place. But, closing that gap down to 4 points between they and PSV. There's Kalou. Just get the run of the ball now. They've got to hold it because Kalou was offside. Buffel. Not offside anymore. And Ono just isn't working for Ono at the moment. Van Bommel and Kezman there. Venega's in the centre as well. Just can't find the final ball. Substitution to be made, and coming off is Vogel. Very often substituted Vogel. Ludovic staying on his line is probably the best policy. Van der Schaaf is on the edge of the penalty area, and it was played instead toward Kezman, and if it failed him, then Venega was behind it, but it was hit with too much force. It was driven straight across there. Van der Schaaf winning it in here, signed in the summer from Vitesse. Poor clearance. Now, can they do anything productive with it is the answer, and the answer is no. Now there's a real chance here. Kezman's peeled away, Venega's in the penalty area, and Ludovic's forced to dive. Robben. A little too deep from Robben. A clear downfield by Song. Oh no. Well, that was Uya. Father. Song. Oh, he is penalised. Good ball, wasn't it, by Van Bommel? Ball barely over the touchline before a replacement is back in play. Ono just stands there. This is Van der Schaaf. Van Bommel. Robben. Boomer. Robben had gone into space there. It was good play by Kezman. Mario Bain in the background there, alongside Johnny Metog. I noticed too, actually, somebody's commented about the size of the shorts that are being worn by Feyenoord. They do tend to look somewhat of the good old days. Boomer quickly. Venneker on the edge of the penalty area. Kezman's there. Kezman turns, and it might still fall. Referee's in the way. Crowd aren't very happy with that. Now, they're also not very happy with this. Continuing to stop the play. Ludovics has gone eyeball to eyeball with Mark Van Bommel, and Van Bommel is being pursued by Ludovics. Well, I'm surprised that they've not insisted he go off and get that seen to. At least get it wiped down. It's an unbelievable decision from the referee if they allow him to play on looking like that, with blood all over the place. And indeed he is being asked to leave. And surely they're going to give the possession back to PSV, and indeed they do. Really did take a whack then. And they're down to 10 outfield players at the moment. They've lost one of their defenders. Now, out he comes, Ludovics. I don't think he was intentional by Venneker. He's not that type of player. His power is perhaps not that good at getting up into the air. Lucius and Buffon, only one winner there. That was a good ball that by Buffon. Now he's continued his run down the flank. There's Kalou, poor ball by Kalou, gives it again straight back to... That's going to be a free kick. Kalou just halting the play again. Oh yeah, none too happy. Still down to 10 men. Corner kick, not agreed with. Van Bommel goes across. Vazar complains bitterly. Ramadan spots it up. Buffon goes back to take his place on the line like he did in the first half. Saved a goal there. Ramadan with the corner. 3-4 in there. Could have come off any number. Van der Schaaf maybe. Power still on the touchline getting attention. They're doing a rush stitch job there. Ono once again just gives the ball, Ono, to the opposition. count on the fingers of one hand the amount of times he's managed to find one of his own players. Emerton, another anonymous performance from a man that's supposed to be ranked between £5 and £8 million worth. Under 5 minutes remaining here. Bosveld. Take your time is the call coming on the bench. Hamilton just throwing it back to PSV. Faber. Song closed down. Oh no. I think given again against PSV. Buffel left to complain once more. Still down at 10 men. Rommedahl. It's still Rommedahl. Lucius gets the overhead. All of a sudden becoming more audible by the minute. The small group that's allowed to travel from Rotterdam. Over the head of Leuven's, it's rolling. Is it quick enough? No, it isn't quick enough. Now, they've got to get back in as Van der Schaaf is there. Kezman and Rommedahl are in there. In the first half by PSV was better than the one in the second. Robben's going. That's a good challenge though by Leuven's. Van Bommel. Rommedahl. Has to do a lot. Rommedahl still gets it across. Should be and is Leuven's. He's not happy. Van Bommel looks as if he's injured himself as well. Clearance by Song. This is Kalou. Did well, Kalou. Emerton's begun a run. This is Emerton now. Can he go on and finish it off? Poor first control and touch by Emerton though. Bruging is waiting on the touchline, and it looks as if Van Bommel is off for pretty much the final seconds of this game. Ludovics. Injury time. Kezman and Vinegar trying to link together and just failing to find the ball rolling in their favour. Van der Schaaf. Robben coming in on the back post. Robben lifts it up in the air. Eridivisie though has no trouble with the collection. Song. Kalou. Now there's an equal space in front of him. Poor first touch again by Kalou. Buffel. Ramadan just banging in. Might get another chance, Buffel. Razar. Buffel will just take it into the corner. Ooh, that was not a nice looking challenge, that from Lucius, if it had connected. Van Bommel is injured. Well, is there any time for Arnold Brugging to do anything that's going to alter the outcome of this game? Well, it's not as if they haven't had their chances. They were unlucky to be dealt two poor refereeing decisions in the opening minute. One which pulled Kezman back when he was free on goal, and one which saw Kezman had the ball in the back of the net. And then play was pulled back because of an apparent foul to Ludovics, when in reality all that happened is Ludovics just flapped at a ball and bruised his ribs, for which he's been treated. Now this is Kalou. Oh, that's not a bad attempt on goal at all. And Vatrus. Well, Bosvelt was close to ending it there. Leuven's. Got to get it clear. In the end, anywhere will do. Just a huge up and under. Doesn't take it into touch. Vinegar stays there. Song, very surely fouled there, Song. He's certainly added a combative streak to his game, Malcolm Robben. It's not been the greatest referee performance by Tinning. Simply does not look fit enough. Too high for Kalou, but he still gets it on the drop down. And the final whistle goes. It is the first defeat at the Philips Stadion since the 29th of September last year. And the team that's done it to them is the one that's got a great record inside this stadium, Feyenoord. The end of a miserable week in Europe for Dutch teams ends on a high for Van Marwijk. They may be out of Europe, but they're back in the championship. The final score then here in the Philips Stadion is PSV 1, Feyenoord 2.
More from Holland next week when Eridivisie play host to Ronald Koeman's young Ajax team. But now we whisk you across the Atlantic Ocean all the way to Buenos Aires and the game of the week from the Argentinian Torneo Apertura. League leaders Independiente are the team to watch this season, scoring nearly twice as many goals as second place Boca Juniors and still on a red hot streak. Banfield are the unlucky team who face them tonight. Action now from the Stadio Florencio Solar with Christian Bozzo and Max Bretos.
We are at the Jose Amalfitani Stadium, the home pitch of Vélez. They needed a few extra seats because a lot of Independiente supporters made their way for this round 17 matchup. taking on Banfield. This is going to be a cracker. I can feel it. Glad you could join us. I'm Max Bredos, along with Christian Bozzo. So many storylines. The main one is that Independiente could possibly win the title by the end of the day.
The main one, it's approaching summertime in South America, and it is heavily raining today in Buenos Aires. If Independiente, if they win, they become the champions, and they also have to wait for Boca to lose to Talleres, and obviously we will keep you up to date.
Those games simultaneous, mind you.
Well, let's go with the lineups. Banfield, Luchetti, the goalkeeper. In the back, Barraza, Gonzalez, Sanguinete, and Coca. In the midfield, number 32, Moreno, Fernandez, Cavallo, and Jimenez. And up front, Cervera and Colau. The coach, the manager from Uruguay, Luis Garisto.
Banfield in 14th place, but in great form. Independiente as well.
Diaz will be the goalkeeper. Juan José Cerrizuela, Villavicencio, Milito, and Pernia. 2 changes in the lineup. Pusineri, Suarez, Guiñazú, Rolfi, Montenegro, and Insua. A very crowded midfield. Silvera, and the coach, Luis Américo Gallego.
It's time to get excited. This round 17 matchup, the third to last. 2 more games for everyone after this one. What makes this match so important for Independiente, they have a 6-point lead over Boca Juniors. If they stub their toe here, next week they take on Boca. So they could clinch the title, or worst case scenario, 2 weeks time, they could be tied.
Wouldn't that be a dream come true, huh? To clinch the title at home, playing Boca Juniors?
Yeah. To let it slip through your fingers. That's why it's such an attractive ending to the tournament. Good money is on Independiente winning the title. But strange things have happened in the past. Here's Walter Jimenez. Nice tackle, Castaño Suarez. Cervera. Ivan Moreno y Fabianesi up to Jimenez, but cut out by Leonardo Diaz. Iñazu. Independiente coming off a 1-0 victory over Union of Santa Fe. Game-winning goal by Lucas Pusineri. Here he is with ball on foot.
No foul, huh? Independiente with some problems putting together a solid defensive line. 2 changes, Hernan Franco